Thank you, Lee. Now, this was the scene in parts of Miami this weekend. You had planes spraying insecticide in a 10-mile area where 16 people caught the Zika virus. It's also helping the fight against Zika. Federal officials, they approved testing genetically modified mosquitoes. Now, the goal is to stop the virus from spreading by cutting down on the mosquito population. That's happening right now. And joining me right now is Travis Vance. He is an attorney right here in Charlotte. Travis, since it's come back closer to home in Miami, you're back here on set with us to talk about the ramifications here in the country, in our nation, but also, I mean, this is also personal to you, too. Tell me a little bit about this.
Well, first of all, my wife is 39 weeks pregnant, so this has been something I've been watching and paying a lot of attention to.
Right.
But the concern has changed, and the reason why is because mosquitoes are here. We've seen in Miami there's 16 cases of locally transmitted Zika. So, you know, before I was here talking about what are the concerns if an employee travels to South America, comes back with Zika-type symptoms, but now we want to make sure that employers are taking every precaution that they can to protect employees from basically getting bitten by mosquitoes.
And now it's on the home front. Now it's here. What can employers do?
Well, there's a lot of things they can do. I think it's really two categories. The first is educate their employees. Go to cdc.gov, go to osha.gov. There's a lot of good information. If employees understand what the risks are and they understand how they can contract it, they're less likely to get a mosquito bite. The second thing is actually provide, equipment and precautions to prevent the bites. Provide mosquito repellent. You know, it's not only providing it to the employees to spray on their person, but also spray it at your facility. Make sure you remove all stagnant water from your facility. If you've got buckets or other containers that are accumulating water, like from today's rain, make sure you get rid of those. That's where mosquitoes like to congregate and they breed there. Make sure you provide proper clothing for your employees. Now, OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, they've got personal protective equipment regulations that could be could be impacted here. So if you've got employees that work outside, they need to have light-colored long-sleeve shirts, pants, hats, because if you don't provide that and there's a hazard to them, then OSHA could cite you for failure to provide PPE. If you've got employees that are working outside and you can bring them inside, go ahead and bring those employees inside. Hopefully, you can also provide an air-conditioned facility. If they're working in the morning or late at night, dusk and dawn, that's where mosquitoes are most active. And so go ahead and adjust their work schedules if you can to keep them from working during those hours. And then finally, just document what you do. Make sure you document your actions, because if you do get a claim from an employee or from OSHA, you want to be able to go back and show this is exactly what we did to prevent mosquito bites and set up your defenses.
This is all great information for business owners, especially here in Charlotte. And thank you so much for coming on again, especially since everything's come back home. You know, it was South America first.
That's right.
Now it's back home with Miami and those 16 cases that we know of so far. So, Travis, thank you so much for coming back on.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. For more information on Zika and the cases in Florida, you can go to WBTV.com. We're going to be right back after this.